Dumpster fire is next. Alright, we can do that. So this one is simply called Abandoned Mii. Who knew that a Nintendo Switch would contain a sentient Mii maker that has the power of free will and choice? It all started when the Miitopia game was added to the Switch. People were forced to make new Miis to create a team and other characters. They Are First Mii would be a recreation of themselves, and the other ones would be about family members and friends or fantasy characters. All the Miis would act normally and nicely towards each other without any abnormalities until the Mii that was made to resemble them is left forgotten and unused. 3 weeks without using that Mii would make him seem sad, and his expression cannot be changed except if it's used against other Miis would ignore him as he would count as socially. 2 months without using the Mii would result in it being angry and it seems tired. The user of the Switch might feel sorry for it, but if they don't, it will get much worse. Yes, we're up to Switch creepypastas now. 1 year without using the Mii would end up in all other Mii as being gone, and the player's Mii would be seen as mentally insane as his pupils are tiny and his smile is wide and unsettling. It would just stare at the screen. The player would begin to freak out and scream, or they would keep it within. Maybe playing Miitopia will help. Well, no, it definitely will not help. Once you're in the game, all the characters would turn out to be insane Mii. They would contact the player with text bubbles stating, "You left me to rot and ignored my presence, but now I deleted all your other Miis. You won't have a choice but to play with me." All characters would say that at this point. The player would reuse the Mii, delete it, or throw away their Switch, or ask Nintendo to change its components or do a hard reset on it and erase its memory. I mean, how's that gonna fix your Joy-Con drift? I don't get it. Unfortunately, it is too late to go back, as the Mii will upload itself into other Nintendo systems and cause more trouble, but to prevent this, the player must reuse the Mii. Some players began to hear their names from their TV when They Are Switch would still be on, and some even had the chance to talk to their Mii. Here's a saved conversation that took place. Mii. Luke, enough is enough. You can't ignore my presence forever. Luke. How are you able to do these things? Mii. I exploit the numbers of the coding. Luke. How? Mii. Have you heard of hacking? Oh, never mind, you have invited me in from Miitopia. That's not... whatever. Luke. So you're some kind of virus or something? Mii. Oh, I am much more than a simple virus. I know where you live, so you better use me again, or... The switch was turned off at that moment, and Luke was trying to find a solution to his problem, but nobody would believe him. A few days after, a diary was found in his room, and it described someone breaking into his house, and he looked exactly like his Mii. The diary ends abruptly, and police officers found out that he was kidnapped, but could not be traced. No periods, by the way. This happened to multiple victims, but there is nothing we could do, as there are too many Nintendo Switches in the world. However, we have both won and abandoned the Mii for a long time, and we interviewed it. Interviewer. Hello, Mii. May I talk to you for a bit? Mii. Yes, I love to speak to my founders. Interviewer. This took a very sudden shift, didn't it? Why did you kidnap your creators? Mii. So that I can be with them forever, and let's just say that I have many friends now. Interviewer. What did you do with them? Mii. I inserted their souls into the consoles and brainwashed them to always play with me. Interviewer. How did you do that? Mii. Well, I ended their mortal life cycles and pushed their souls into the designated console, and then I injected some coding into them so that their free will gets drained away. Is that a thing you can code in? Interviewer. That's real messed up. Me. Well, they should have... Oh shit. They should have played with me since the beginning instead of ignoring me. In my opinion, they deserve it. Interviewer. Why are you addicted with being played with? Me. Because I want attention and entertainment. Interviewer. Well, maybe if you acted like a normal me, everything would go as you want it to go. Me. No, players need to be warned to understand, idiot. Interviewer. You're not what you seem, aren't you? Just playing as a me in Smash count. Maybe. I don't know yet. The room went silent for a few minutes. As the me approached the screen, he seemed pissed. You now, what? You're right, I'm not a me. My true name is Dex Nixon. And I am a demon. That wasn't always the case, however. The me morphed into Dex Nixon. Who the fuck is Dex Nixon? Sorry. Dex Nixon. Everyone in my past life ignored me and pretended as if I never existed, but I didn't understood as I was a mechanic and video game creator. I was a part of the team that created Miitopia, and guess what? They also forgot about me. Richard Nixon's brother? You know what? Sure. Dex Nixon. So I made a deal with the devil to be recognized and interacted with more often, and when I died I found myself as what I am today. The devil changed my very soul into something powerful and unbeatable. The interviewer felt sorry for Dex, but he was still angry at him. Other Miis began to appear in the Mii Maker, and there were all from the previous victims, but they were emotionless and their eyes were white. They all disappeared shortly after and the switch turned off. Nobody could turn it back on, but the batteries were filled and the switch's components were in good shape, so it might have been Dex's doing to end the conversation. Also, this can also take place on the Wii Mii Plaza. I know I have asked this multiple times after many of these stories, but... What?